EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Coming up, well, we've got what can only be described as a mirror image matchup, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins and themselves.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Miami. This taken in at the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
All right.
And the drive starts with a run from Achane. And a nice run to get this up over the 20-yard line. From the 22 now, here's second down and 3. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He'll dump this off to Achane. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Go ahead.
First carry for Raheem Mostert. And he powers his way up past the 30. Second and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. A short throw there. That's to Smythe, the tight end. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That's good for a Miami Dolphin. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
On play action, here's Tua. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
Tagovailoa to throw on second down here. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it second and 8.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at him, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Second down, here's Mostert again. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
The kick by Sanders is good, and the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15.
at their own 18-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
On first down, Tagovailoa. A short throw there, that's to Smythe, the tight end. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it, just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team, but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and...
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. First and 10.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6 at the 8-yard line.
Solo left Zion.
On second down, Tua. That's caught by the Notre Dame man. It's Durham Smythe. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you, from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a
different story.
long night.
And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So on the other side of the field now, it's first and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Looking to pass, Tua. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Chewing up big yardage, another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Setting to throw on first down is Tua, escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Now they'll send Waddle in motion left.
All right, let's go.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Xavier Howard.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Here's Tua.
At the 18-yard line.
And going deep for Hill. It got his man complete. It's a big play there for Miami. And even 50 yards for an offense that has not found the end zone yet. That's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Here's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. A short throw there, that's to Smythe, the tight end. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 21.
Yeah, hit it.
Tua sets up to pass it. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill on the touchdown pass from Tua. And the Dolphins have taken the lead.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set, and racing going 3 wide is a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Braxton Berrios now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Tua to try again on 2nd down. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Inside the 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. The offense, they had really not been able to mount anything yet on that drive, and the defense made sure they couldn't mount anything. The interception and the return adding 6 to the scoreboard.
And that's no small return for a linebacker partner. He took matters into his own hands and his legs on that pick. And once he had it, I don't think anyone on the field could have stopped him.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Berrios now from his end zone.
Braxton Berrios on the return. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Here's 2nd and 3. Tua going to throw. Out to his left. Looking left side, and it's complete. A big play there just before halftime. 44 yards.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
Go ahead.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A run straight ahead with Achane. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Good work on the scamper by Tagovailoa. It's a first down. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Let's go.
Now Tua. This is caught. Driving for the goal line, but he's marked down short. And with no timeouts, no chance to get the field goal unit out there. And frustration going to set in, as that is going to be how this first half will come to a close. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Ready for the second half. 14-3 our score as we are back underway on EA Sports. Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this third quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first 2 quarters, they had 2 costly turnovers. And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
A gain of 37 yards. First down, Miami.
They'll send the tight end in motion left.
21G, 21G.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
In motion, Hill. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
Brought down back at the 38-yard line.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Rolling to his left. That is caught, and they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Achane fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They're going to look to throw.
at the 2-yard line.
They set up the screen. Achane has it. Touchdown! Devon Achane. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins have got it back to within a score.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
The two are going to try and throw for it. They'll roll him out right. And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
Dolphins 14, Dolphins 9.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Berrios now from his end zone. And bulldozing his way through. And not a very good return at all, as he won't even get this back to the 15.
At their own 13-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
On 2nd and 11 now. Tua. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the third time. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. But such a costly interception. Nearly a pick six, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive, because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably give them the quarter.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Raheem Mostert taking it in from a yard out. And the Dolphins have scored again in this third quarter, this time to move out in front. Mike McDaniel, no hesitation on his end. He's telling his offense to go for two. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. The try for two is successful, and it pushes the lead up to a field goal. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This fielded right at the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this, because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Back near his goal line, here's Tua. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. Back now in Miami. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point, just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he'll get this into the hands of Braxton Berrios. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be second down. Play action, now it's Tua on the move to his left. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here.
Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep.
Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
All right, fellas, listen up.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua rolling to his right. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down.
A run with Mostert up the middle.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
All right, let's go.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Xavier Howard.
And the Dolphins are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of 2 halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
After the turnover, it's Tua.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time.
Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Ready.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
To the right.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Oh, yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete.
On 2nd down, a run by Achane.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. And the question now, can they get closer on 3rd down? A field goal from here, you're looking at right about a 52-yarder. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. And he completes it to Berrios. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Braxton Berrios.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Looking to pass. Tua. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
That is intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Dolphins are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Intercepted.
Here's 1st and 10.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 5-yard line.
Now Tua. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Here's Tua.
At the 12-yard line.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they...
And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the fourth quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Jason Sanders is the kickoff for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taken at the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Go ahead.
This is 1st and 10. Tua. And he'll complete this one to Barrios. And he'll be out right at the 35. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Brandon Jones picking it off. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
Solo left Zion.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Ready.
To throw is Tua. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
2nd down pass. Intercepted.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
1st and 10 at their own 37-yard
Throwing Tua. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete. Here comes 2nd down. Tagovailoa. Completes it to the tight end Smythe. And he is is out of bounds inside the 35.
They absolutely had to take some chances downfield trailing here in the fourth quarter.
So why not go 4 verticals, send the guys downfield, say make a play?
And that's one of the favored routes of offensive coordinators. You know why? Because receivers can be open at any point running that route.
Here's Tua. And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Go ahead.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
Ready.
Tua to throw. One last shot at the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
So a big one coming now for Jason Sanders. This to get it back to a 1-score game. And the kick here will be good, but that doesn't do anything besides maybe make the final score a tiny bit more palatable, as that's how this one comes to an end. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best